Good day, brothers and sisters. I'm Willie Brown, president of Local 234. I'm going to give you a brief update to what's going on. I spoke to you a couple of days ago, and I told you that this virus is running rampant among us. At the time, I think 3 days ago, we were at 356. Well, today we went over 400. So just to give you an idea just how fast this virus is spreading. We had a couple meetings with SEPTA today. Seemed to be productive meetings over contact tracing. There's an art to this contact tracing. If a person is positive with the virus, what the manager's supposed to do, they're supposed to ask the individual, who were you around? And then once those names are given, they're supposed to go to those individuals and talk to those individuals. Every location, every department, they're supposed to have a manager or a group of managers that's responsible for the contact tracing. This is how you keep the spread of the virus down. On contact tracing, we're going to need the help of the membership to help us monitor this. There's a policy from upper management, and what appeared to get lost is when they got down to the mid-level managers. So they weren't doing the things they were supposed to be doing, even though it was agreed from upper management this they would do. So that's what the meeting's about today, and we're trying to correct those problems. If you're in a location and if you feel like that they're not doing a proper contact tracing, please notify the union hall so we can monitor it and we can get in contact with SEPTA to make sure it's done correctly. This is life or death. This is very, very important. I mean, I was listening to the radio today, and I think they were saying that every individual who tests positive, the first individual can contact and give the virus to 2.5 people, and that's how it spreads. When it gets to about 8 people, then they're responsible for about 200 people, and that's how they say it spreads that way. So we need to take that into consideration. It's nobody's fault. Again, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not a virus that is, like I said, it's not hygienic. It's not a virus you can look at somebody and say they have the virus. It's not that way. So we need people to, let's join together. Let's do what we have to do together to survive this. Together we can survive this. Don't be ashamed. If you have it, please come forth. If you get contacted by someone that's doing contact tracing, please cooperate. And if you know that you have it and SEPTA has not contacted you, even if they contact you and say, hey, how you doing? If you need anything, let me know. That's not contact, that's not tracing. They have to ask you, who have you been around? If they have not asked you that, you need to give us a call so we can take care of that. We're trying to work with SEPTA, and it appears after the day, the SEPTA is trying to work with us. We have to see how it works out. And again, please stay safe, practice social distancing, and wear your mask. Now, I don't want people to think that, again, I'm not coming at anybody. It's nobody's fault. This is just something we have to go through with. This is not a SEPTA problem. It's not a 234 problem. This is a world problem. Right now, the state we live in, unfortunately, the governor of the state has it. The mayor of the city has it. So this thing is going around and it's hot and heavy. So again, we need you to practice social distancing. We need for us to wear a mask. And again, don't be afraid to step away from somebody or ask them to step away from you. I mean, to avoid conflict, it would be much easier for us to step away from them if we're having a conversation and wear our face mask. Our next thing that we're going to have is probably going to come up with the shot. Everybody now is looking forward and putting a lot of stock into the shot they're supposed to have to fight the coronavirus. What we need to be prepared for, there's going to be some fight coming out of that. Right now, as we speak, you have the managements have lobbyists in Washington, D.C. This is one of the main reasons that the stimulus package has been held up, because employers want immunity from any adverse actions or effects from the coronavirus. But at the same time, they want to say that they have the right to make you take the shot. So you may say, I don't want to take it. What they're doing, especially in private sector, public sector, which we are in, is a little different. The fight is a little different, but they're trying to get it so they can force you to take the shot. But they want immunity from Washington, which says if they force you to take the shot, and if something happens to you or some adverse reactions from the shot, that you can't sue them. That's no more than a workman's comp claim. So those things are that's been hammered out in Washington, D.C. Next week, we will meet with SEPTA again, trying to get some more things hammered out of how this thing is to work. They also, when it comes to some of the things we supposedly got worked out was one of the things was child care, emergency child care. Emergency child care, they were saying that you have to give them a 2 weeks notice in order to get emergency child care. We've been told they backed off of that. We have that in a letter from SEPTA. So when you have to be quarantined, originally we were told that they would only quarantine you once. Now what they're saying is that you would get quarantined 80 hours, and then SEPTA would give you another 80 hours. Then the third time you had to be quarantined, you have to use sick pay. We disagree with that, but that's a start. So we're gonna fight over that. We also, when people were asking about the people who passed away, unfortunately, by the death benefit, SEPTA denied that. We have Sam Pond, a lawyer whom we hired to pursue that in court to get them some type of benefits for the family, because I think it is a crying shame that, you know, a person dies and right away the benefits get cut off. The family, if this person was the breadwinner, the family now is out in the cold. So we're still pursuing that in court, and we have discussions set up with SEPTA over that. So I'll be getting back to you in a couple more days. Thanks for your time. God bless, and good night.